Kay Burley, the Sky News reporter. She has been told that she's going to be off air for the next 6 months after she breached COVID guidelines because she turned 60 years old. Now, we're going to see Kay in a second. Did you know she was 60?
I did not know that she was 60.
I mean, just saying. She's got some free time. Give me a call, Kay. She had a meal, and apparently in the story, there were more than the 6 people there. She went into one restaurant and then another restaurant, and then she went to an after party. So she broke the rule of 6. She broke the rule of households. And she's a journalist. She's like the lead, one of the lead presenters on Sky News. Although her first statement about it seemed a bit weird. Here was this. She said, "Evening, everyone. This is right after it happened. I want to apologize to you for an error of judgment," she called it. On Saturday night, she's enjoying her birthday party. Again, we're all shocked that she's 60. Well done, Kay. In a compliant restaurant, which I don't know what that means, if it's a well-behaved restaurant. And she's embarrassed to say that later in the evening, I inadvertently broke the rules. Like 3 times, based on more information that we've gotten. She'd been waiting for a taxi at 11 p.m. to get home, desperate for the loo, briefly pops into another restaurant to spend a penny, which for non-British people, that means she took a shit? Is that what that means?
No.
I never understood that phrase.
I don't think that means take a shit. I do think the 2/2 means she had a dump, had a wee, had a dump again.
And she said, I can only apologize. So, I don't know. Should we punish her for having a poo? I guess that's the question. The problem is that she has been incredibly good, I think, at holding the government to account for its reaction to COVID. And she is definitely one of those journalists that can really lay into government ministers about the broken rules. And we saw this especially when a government advisor, Dominic Cummings, broke the rules famously earlier this year by testing his eyesight, by taking a drive to his family and just totally breaking all the rules. Here she is actually talking to the Health Secretary, Matt Hancock, about that.
From, as you say, 9 o'clock this morning, if you are instructed to isolate, then it's very important that you isolate, yes.
Immediately?
Yes, immediately, because the reason is that you will have been in close contact with somebody who's tested positive, and so you're at high risk.
What if I've got childcare issues?
I mean, I love that. The flick of the hair. Oh, yeah? Yeah, that's the rules? What if I've got childcare issues? What's she going to do then? Huh? I mean, she was so good at calling these guys out. I loved watching her do this because she was a badass. She was a badass, nearly 60-year-old woman who was making these guys sweat. And she could be tough on everyone. Just have a look at this.
Jonathan Van Tam guaranteed that Father Christmas will be one of the first people to get the vaccine. I checked, and he's 1,749 years old.
I don't think Santa wants to talk about his age, Kay. I mean, I know you're just turning 60, but Jesus, that's a bit harsh. Lay into Santa. But here she is trying to make sure that Santa is indeed going to get the vaccine, which we need him to because he's at a high-risk group. He's also obese. Sorry, Santa. Somebody's got to say it. And here she is talking about whether or not he's going to get the vaccine.
So, is it true? Is he one of the first to get the vaccine?
Well, I think on the prioritisation, he would clearly be at the top of the list.
Okay, so that's a yes, isn't it, for all my younger viewers watching this morning?
Absolutely.
That's how much she makes government ministers sweat. The guys asked an easy layup question. Are you going to give Santa the vaccine? And the guy's like, well, I think that I'm so used to deferring questions. I mean, I want to say that we're going to try, but I don't know, if there's anyone who may not believe it. And then she's like, are you going to give it to him or not? Oh, yeah, yes, unequivocally. That's how much she makes these guys shit themselves.
I love
made him
fact,
nervous about Santa.
Yeah, that he started to try and dodge that question. But I love it that she's saying for all of my younger viewers, who in their right mind is 8 and goes, oh, I want to watch Kay Burley on Sky News. No one.